Welcome to this 5-minute update for teachers from me, Doccy B at the Ministry of Eco-Education, on the latest State of Climate report from the World Meteorological Organization, which was published this week. This is the headline report on how our planet's climate is doing. It's based on data from satellites, ocean buoys, weather station, and scientific institutes across the world. In short, it's the most authoritative annual health check planet Earth receives. Every year, the WMO, a United Nations body, pulls together climate data from around the globe. They're measuring everything: temperature, oceans, ice, glaciers, sea levels, and extreme weather events. It's an annual doctor's health check, but for the whole planet. This year's report was released on World Meteorological Day on the 23rd of March, and it's the first edition to include something called the Earth's energy imbalance as a key indicator, which I'll explain more in a moment. So what are the headlines? Let's look at the four big numbers on this slide. 11. The years 2015 to 2025 are the 11 hottest years ever recorded in human history. Not some of them, all of them, consecutively. 1.43 degrees. Last year, average global temperatures were 1.43 degrees Celsius above what they were before industrialization. For context, the world leaders agreed at the Paris Agreement to try and limit warming to 1.5 degrees. We're very close. 18 times. The Earth's oceans are acting as a massive heat sink, absorbing roughly 18 times more heat energy each year than all of the energy consumed by human activity, electricity, transport, industry. The oceans are doing an enormous amount of work, buffering us from the worst effects of climate change, but they're under serious strain. 11. Sea levels are now 11 centimetres higher than when satellite records began in 1993. This might not sound like much, but for low-lying coastlines, islands and river deltas, it's already causing real harm. The report covers three main areas of change: oceans, ice and glaciers, and extreme weather. 2025 saw the highest ocean heat content ever recorded, the 9th year in a row to set a new record. About 90% of the ocean surface experienced at least one marine heat wave in the year, and the oceans are becoming more acidic as they absorb more carbon dioxide, which is damaging coral reefs, shellfish, and other marine life. Arctic sea ice reached its lowest or second lowest level ever recorded. Antarctic sea ice was its third lowest. Glaciers in Iceland and along the Pacific coast of North America saw exceptional levels of melting. This matters not just for polar wildlife and habitats, but because melting ice raises sea levels for everyone. In 2025, heat waves, wildfires, floods, and tropical cyclones caused thousands of deaths, displaced millions of people, and caused billions of economic losses. The World Meteorological Organization makes it clear: extreme weather events are becoming more frequent and more intense. As greenhouse gases trap heat, the balance of energy is changing on Earth. Our oceans are currently storing most of the excess heat. This is called Earth's energy imbalance. It's the reason the push for net zero emissions is so important. One of the things I want to emphasize is this: climate change is not just an environmental story, it's a human one which affects us now and for generations in the future. The report includes, for the first time, a dedicated chapter on climate and health. Dengue fever is a mosquito-borne disease, is now the world's fastest growing infectious disease, spreading into new regions as temperatures rise. About half the world's population is now at risk. Heat stress is affecting over 1.2 billion workers worldwide, particularly people working outdoors in agriculture and construction in the hottest regions of the world. Food insecurity is worsening as droughts, floods, and heat waves disrupt harvests, and extreme weather is driving millions of people from their homes each year, often in places that have done the least to cause climate change. So, how do we take all of this into the classroom in a way that's honest, age-appropriate, and doesn't leave children overwhelmed or helpless? 4 principles I'd suggest. First, facts, not fear. Share the evidence clearly and accurately, but resist catastrophizing it. Children are perceptive, and they'll pick up on anxiety. Be calm, be factual, and be proportionate. Second, acknowledge feelings. It's completely normal for children and adults to feel worried or sad about climate change. Say it. It's okay to feel worried. Lots of people do. Let's talk about the action we can take. Third, Agency in action. The most powerful thing you can give young people is a sense that they are not helpless. Focus on what communities, scientists, governments, and young people themselves are doing. This isn't a hopeless situation. It's a situation that demands action, and action is something humans are very good at. This should include how to stay safe in extreme weather, such as heat waves or floods. And fourth, local connections. Link global data to things that children can see and feel. Has your local season shifted? Have there been unusual weather events nearby? Grounding global facts in local reality is one of the most effective pedagogical tools we have. There are great resources and support to cover extreme weather, global warming, climate change, and the action we can take. You could track local temperature and weather data as a class project and report to staff and the school community. The Royal Society's even got partnership grants that you can get for funding for a weather station. Allow children time to talk about their feelings. Use philosophy for children to ask questions such as, if a problem is so big that no one person can fix it, is it still worth trying? Find other great resources to use from the Met Office, from the Royal Meteorological Society, from the Climate Ambassador Scheme, and get some climate ambassadors in school, or even the Ministry of Eco-Education resources themselves. Get young people to write to decision makers or to their local MP to tell them there's something they could change and they need to act. Finally, storytelling and books aid understanding and can help answer children's questions. The ending of our story is not yet written, and there's books such as the one written by the World Meteorological Organization on this slide that can really help. We have to be part of the response. Understanding the science is the first step, but equipping young people with facts, empathy, and a sense of agency is one of the most valuable things we can do. I hope this helps. Thank you.